of it, is that something that you wanted to achieve through this? Just prove it to yourself that you can do it? Or was there a little bit more towards saying that, like, hey, when I host this show, I would achieve these things? And were you like tracking it in any way? I know you come from like an engineering background as well, so I'm curious about that.
You would think that I would have had set metrics such as reach, 1,000 people in a certain amount of time, get so many downloads per episode. But honestly, I just wanted to see what would happen and I had no expectations and I didn't want to set any either. I wanted this to be something fun for myself. I definitely could have set expectations and then pushed towards it and taken extra steps to market it even better, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. It just was about having fun conversations with people, and whoever is interested, they can tune in. I will say that it continues to grow over time. That's just what happens when you're consistent. But even still, we're into season 3, and I don't have any metrics for season 3. I just want to have good conversations and see where it goes.
That sounds fantastic. You mentioned consistency, and I really like that, because that I've heard that is like the most important metric to even track. Do you set yourself to a goal of I need to produce one episode every week or every other week, or do you have a, a consistent pattern for that?
So in the beginning, it was a bit inconsistent as I was figuring out what tools am I going to use? How long does this take me? Who am I going to interview? And trying to figure out the cadence of planning all of that out because I had no experience. But then come the following season, I was able to get a more routine pattern and approximately release an episode every 2 weeks, every month. So even still, it wasn't 100% consistent. It just was better than the last time. Now, as we move into season 3, I do have a consistent cadence in which we'll release shows and thus in which we're interviewing and editing. So it is a lot more structured this time around, but it definitely did not start out that way.
That sounds great. So it's evolved over the time of the show. Tell me more about